What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hawk, and welcome back to a long-awaited episode of Hawks Hoops. I say long-awaited because it's been a long-awaited for me, because I'm happy to announce that the NBA is officially coming back on July 31st. The NBA has officially announced that the regular season will be continuing on July 31st in Orlando, Florida at one of Walt Disney's sports complexes. The purpose of this video is just to be able to give you all the information on what's going on, when it's going on, and how the NBA plans to move forward with the regular season and eventually the playoffs. So 22 teams were selected to go down to Orlando, Florida to continue playing the regular season. What they did was they took the top 8 teams from each conference, and then if a team was within 6 games of 8th place, they added that team to go with them down to Florida. That's how they got to 22 teams. So you got to 16 teams in total from the East and West, and then they added the Pelicans, the Trailblazers, the Spurs, Kings, Suns, and Wizards. So what is this format going to look like in Orlando? Like I said earlier, every team's going to play roughly 8 games. If you've ever watched NBA Summer League happen, you'll already be prepared for how this is going to play out. At least the regular season. It's going to be about 5 to 6 games a day. NBA is going to use 3 of the courts in the complex, so 3 games are going to be going on at all times. Each game is going to be scheduled 4 hours apart on a single court, so there'll be plenty of time for overtimes if need be, and making sure the courts are ready to go for the next game. The schedule isn't officially out yet, but it's looking like each team is only going to have to play 1 back-to-back, so that's good. After these 8 games, there's a possible play-in tournament that'll happen for that 8th seed spot. If the 9th seed is within 4 games of the 8th seed, they'll do a play-in tournament. And how that'll work is, in order for the 9th seed to win that 8th seed spot, they'll have to win 2 games back-to-back against the 8th seed team. If the 8th seed wins one of those 2 games, then it's over and the 8th seed holds on to their position going into the playoffs. It's all gonna move really fast. July 31st is when the season will start. And then by October 12th, that's scheduled to be the last possible date for a potential Game 7 in the NBA Finals. The NBA's even given dates for the draft lottery and the draft itself. The lottery is going to be August 25th, with the actual draft taking place shortly after the finals on October the 15th. It's not official yet, but a lot of things seem to point that the NBA is going to start next season, December 1st. I personally thought they were going to push it back to Christmas, but it's looking like they're ready to get it going and start it as soon as possible. Now that I got all the facts and details out of the way, I want to briefly give my opinion on the season, specifically on the narrative that I've been seeing on a lot on NBA Twitter. A lot of talking heads of saying that, does this championship matter this season? A lot of people saying, this championship will have an asterisk next to it. It doesn't really matter who wins. And I see the point, but honestly, I disagree. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You only can play who's in front of you. A lot of people are saying teams are going to be coming out of shape. It's not going to be the same. It's a possibility. But once again, you got to play who's in front of you. The main reason I think this wouldn't be a throwaway year or this championship doesn't matter is because no one looks at the lockout championships that way. Are they the exact same? No. Those breaks were in the beginning of the season, not in the middle of the season. But the 2011-2012 lock season was a lockout season. That year, they only played 66 games, and Miami Heat won the championship in 2012. The 1998-99 season, they only played 50 games, and the Spurs won that championship. Now, to compare, this season before coronavirus took hold of the season, most teams have already played roughly 64, 65 games, depending on, a game or 2. With the additional 8 games makes 72 games, 73 games. Total, that's basically a full season almost. Because, the last 10 games of the season, if you're a team that's already locked in for the playoffs, you're not really playing that well. You're trying to get ready for the playoffs. But most of these teams this season will have played 72, 73 games, give or take. Is it the exact same? No, because the break was in the middle. I get that. I get that. But to say this championship doesn't matter completely makes no sense to me. It's not the fault of these players or these teams or these organizations that coronavirus happened and the NBA had to take a break. Because a lot of people are saying this doesn't matter because teams won't be at their best. They're projecting a lot of players to be out of shape, teams to be out of rhythm. But you can carry that same logic to almost every championship. With that same logic, you can make the argument that last year's championship doesn't count because Kevin Durant went down and Klay Thompson went down. And with those two, do the Raptors beat the Warriors? I have an argument there. People to this day still make the argument. Do the Cavs come back from 3-1 if Draymond doesn't get suspended for game 5? There's an argument that can be made and an asterisk can be put on almost every championship. But do people do it? Not really. To all the people who think this year's championship does have an asterisk, that it is meaningless, I hear you. I really do hear your argument. Do I agree with it? No. And do I think that, when our kids are watching basketball 20 years from now, will they have an asterisk on this season? Probably not. because no one has an asterisk on the Spurs championship. No one has an asterisk on that Heat championship. But all that being said, I'm super excited for the NBA season to come back. If you disagree with me and think this championship's going to be a wash, let me know down in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace. The purpose of this video is just to give all. The purpose of this video is just to be able. I think this. The main reason I don't. The main reason I think. There's going to be kind of. The NBA has announced that it's kind of going to be like